Hey everyone, welcome to a new episode of Class Action Megapark. In the last episode I made this Vekoma family boomerang. Now it's quite a long ride, and that's actually also has a vertical loop in it. So I'm not really sure how much of a family boomerang it still is. But still, it fills up quite a lot of space in the park, so that's nice. That I had all these awkward little bits of space left over here, and it's nice to just fill them in one go. Now, in the last episode, I said that the subscribed person who would get the highest amount of likes for his post would be featured in the park. So yeah, the comment that actually got the most likes was from Sordid, and Sordid asked if I would be able to place some Perla Volare in the park. Now, if you're out of the loop, Volare is basically a horrible ride from Pinfari, or from Zamperla, not Pinfari. It's kind of like a flying coaster with several inversions and a compact layout with some really awkward vehicles. Yeah, I would maybe place one in the park, but as you can see, I don't really have any large spaces anymore to fit a ride like that. And I already have plans for this area. So yeah, I won't be able to place it, but who knows, you might see one in one of my future parks. Okay, and with that, Sordid shall be featured in my park. I will just let him roam freely in the park. And he can be what shall we make Sordid? He can be a panda, why not? Alright, Sordid, hope you enjoy your spot in the park. Now, I also got some other nice comments, and one of them, or several of them, were actually about this area that I have left here in the park. I asked you guys what I could do with this area, and one person, Appelmoes, she actually mentioned that I could make like a chainsaw themed ride to provide the wood chips for the wood chip shop. That's quite a tongue twister. Anyway, I got thinking, and I actually got really inspired by that idea. So for this episode I'm going to make a chainsaw themed ride over here. Now what I have in mind for this, I plan to make, well, this is one of those things again where I go on rambling, trying to explain something. Instead, I'll just show you what idea I had for this. Alright, this is what one of these chainsaw themed rides could look like. So the guest would be sitting in one of these vehicles. Now, the map is actually quite high up here, so it's kind of difficult to see when fully zoomed in. But yeah, this is what it would look like. So the guest can actually sit in one of these vehicles. I would probably make like a little boarding station over here. And yeah, the guests would twist around the track, and up here they would get a little pop of airtime. Depending on how fast I make the ride, of course. Probably around 20, something like this, 24 kilometers per hour is probably a good speed for the ride. And then of course I'd still need to make the ride pretty. I'll probably just make like some stairs in the middle, connecting all these, connecting the ride up. And maybe make like a little chainsaw themed station below it. Yeah, this is probably not the right position for it, but this is to give you an idea of what this ride would look like. I'm going to play around with the position here a bit more until I find something which I really like. Alright, I've finally opened the ride. Now, I don't really have to care about its stats because I turned it into a lift ride. And that makes it a transport ride, and as long as it's free, guests will ride it regardless of its stats. Now, stats are quite low, but yeah, you can already see a lot of guests heading towards it, mostly because it's a new ride. Now, the queue is quite short, because this is really a capacity monster. I mean, it has 24 cars. I will actually quickly disable the seats on the front one, because I don't want the underground one to hold any guests. But yeah, it can really hold a lot of guests per ride. So I probably could use a longer queue, but I'll just leave it like this for now. Okay, I've decorated the chainsaw ride a bit more. Now you can also see some of its unfortunate victims scattered around here on the ground in the form of stacks of logs, but also some junk. And something which I also did was add a few of these barrels. I kind of like these yellow colored barrels. They give a nice bit of contrast here. Now it also has some exhaust pipes, some extra supports. Yeah, I'm really happy with the way this looks so far. Okay, just going to do a little bit more decorating around it. Probably gonna have some more trees around here, just to finish off this area a bit. Alright, I now named the ride Chainsaw, but I think it needs a name to rival Beggar 269. So I'm just going to call it, let's call it Chainsaw 364. So if Beggar 269 and Chainsaw 364 were to battle, who do you think would win? Let me know in the comments. Alright, there's 2 more patrons who joined, so that's always appreciated, and that means I'm going to add them to the park somewhere. Alright, we have one entertainer now, entertaining the guests in the queue line. And I will name him after one of my newest patrons, and his name is Higo 25 BTS. Now I will go back and make sure that I spelled this correctly. I've written it down here on a piece of paper, but my handwriting is terrible. Alright, I hope I spelled it correctly. Thanks so much for supporting me, and I hope you enjoy your spot in the park. And we will have another patron here on top of this piece of track texture here, and his name will be Mr. Unit 64. He says he's part of the Parkitect community, and I believe they they also kind of want to see me play the game. Don't worry, for sure. Yeah, I really want to try out Parkitect sometime. I'm actually quite eager to get to play it sometime. Alright, well, I didn't really work on a large area of the park in this episode, but I do think I added a really cool ride, something which I really haven't done before, a ride like this. So yeah, thanks a lot to Applemoose for the suggestion for a chainsaw ride. Well, I'm not really sure if this is what you had in mind, but this is what struck me as inspiration when I heard the word chainsaw. I think this is a really fun addition to this ride, and definitely something which fits in the theme of the forested area here. Alright, yeah, that was it for this episode. If you like this video, please consider giving this video a like. It would really help out my channel. If you want to see more videos like this, remember you can always subscribe to my channel. You know how to do it. And yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you again in the next one. See you later.